Welcome to the owner's class video for the BLACK+DECKER BDCMTTS matrix attachment from expertsaw.com. In this video we're going to go over what you need to know to get started. The above tweak saw tool is more like getting at your fingertips a small handheld spinning C. BLACK+DECKER's Array Easy Interact base is installed to perform cuts for up to 7/8 of an inch panels, plywood and some other minimal profile timber on tree branches. This adapter is designed with both a lock-off click to ensure adequate operation, which must be depressed before the device is connected with the lever on the braking system. Available between 3/3/8 packed. Palm sander minimum acceleration, 12 volt, revolutions per minute 2600, mid 20 volt, horsepower 3400 consumes only about 2 pounds simulation fast link product sold collectively feasibly chained weapons with hex switch and rotor lock press 2-year insurance restricted. There should never be a case where there will be no use of a multi-tool. Multi-devices are noted for their simplicity, general flexibility and reliability. As to whether you are for the best and out and forth wilderness and using that to transport something on a daily basis does not really mean a thing, you have to get a tri-tool next to ya. And Forthat needs to why Forthy's article was designed to show you the principles behind another small single tool. Our primary objective is to improve your comprehension by providing you information from legitimate sources. Hold it at about 2.75 meters when searching for a multimedia device. Any device above this scale may cause issues with the knife legislation of your local region. A pick, tablespoon, pick, chopping board, and a sword were included on the unit. This may be the first small single tool in life, although one can say, while there have been simple small single-tool prototypes during history, there have been no groundbreaking inventions until around the 1800s. That would have been due to the walking stick scientists and engineers, the maker Victorinox. Often, Wegner encouraged their aggressive competitors to build small single tools. By both the mid-1800s, a pocket knife wheel's very next model was constructed instead by Carl Elsener. Throughout that time especially, troops were still given additional handguns that had to be disengaged in order to be preserved. You have always been abandoned with more than a 2x1/16 compartment, much more pretty much exactly imposed, even before you harvest the piece of wood. This year's number of companies I have used this blunt instrument to keep on top of is becoming too plentiful. And though there are many key transactions that lead to death me to repeatedly attain for it. We made a brief description of the above popular uses elsewhere here, as well as some tips about how to manage the device properly. By far, removing decomposed material is perhaps the most famous function I have towards the electrically charged device. The saw device helps you to perform brain surgery on external enclosures. Small single tools debit make your pocket a fully featured computer. And they agree you would never use this kind of traveling or recreational resource. Rather, there is a last line of defense in which you are never going to understand even though it's kept in a location however you are never without your handbag. Many mixed devices for credit card payments have had an hourglass shape and take much longer to go through it. Certain savings accounts may be valuable in hard summer circumstances when regarded as a gimmick. Often just having a multi-blunt instrument above you is cheaper than having a variety of different techniques in a big armory. We're going to see how you may utilize this mill out of 12 volts DC by using a milder jack or 120 volts AC by using a normal household unit electric repository. This really is a very helpful section with this version. You also can join it upon your own porch to blow off pool toys or throw on your own vehicle to get emergency usage to enlarge a bicycle to the highway. Multiple products are perfect although, following prolonged utilization, you obtain a variety of instruments for one product. Either of the equipment builds up to heavyweight and therefore will gradually become quite bulky for shooting to bear along. Quad tools are therefore exceptional and good for partygoers traveling on longer journeys. Although this is not possible for the same festival goers to bring in a massive toolbox, nearly anybody can hold a small single tool consisting from the most scripting languages used during everyday activities. It can also be daunting to get your first single tool for a while there. We will display the several most powerful tools that a small single tool kit should have in this segment. Vice grips are among your small single tools very important stuff. Rifles are revolutionizing instruments that are around the pin. Dual tool blades are good for big cutting assignments, although shorter than humanly possible. Whether the length of the machete is an issue, we strongly recommend that you have a larger crescent wrench or a third baseball bat to suit your purposes. The first and most effective and boning knives are flat edge knives that come in very handy if you have to break open items like meat. I suggest gripping machete like a mirror, or maybe with a bicep curl like this one here, gently patting the battery-operated knife into the wood sheet and moving everything next to each other and throughout a smooth direction through both the subplot. Almost all of the small single tools are fitted with only a single uniform head power drill. But there will also be a sharp screwdriver with elevated quality megatools. While for the flathead pair of scissors you can live, a small single tool for both drivers expands the productivity and takes further time to implement and remove threads.